someone like Rotashaw say that, and it really hits home as to what you're doing is, makes people smile, makes people laugh, and it's all worthwhile.
I know I've got the little clip here, and I know you've spoken about it loads, but it's because I just want to ask personally, because I've got like kind of my side of it. Rotashaw, big dog, mentioning you in a video, which I think I've got where is that? I think I've got a clip here somewhere.
Who is the best football YouTuber? You know what, mate? I'm partial to a bit of Thogden. I've been really getting into Thogden recently. Him and his dad going around. I think they're jokes.
So yeah, that was the clip that he mentioned you, which he did in like a little Q&A while he was in Hawaii. What the hell, man? Like, how must have, because that was it's well over a year ago now that happened. It was like a year, I think.
Yeah.
It was a year ago.
Yeah.
At that time,
it's mad.
What was going through your mind? Because I
it was
lost.
nuts. I didn't even know he knew me at the time because he didn't follow me. He does now on Twitter, which is awesome. But it's just, Rotashaw's he's massive. He's big time. And for him to recognize me was insane. And it's kind of when you do all this work and you gain all these subscribers, you kind of forget where you are. You just see the numbers. But then you hear someone like Rotashaw say that, and it really hits home as to what you're doing is, makes people smile, makes people laugh, and it's all worthwhile. Because at the time we were going around Europe, but Bundesliga, different Prem games with my old man, making videos, bit of banter, Scotland, all that sort of content is what I really want to bring back to the channel, because you get people like he's the same. He's always in my streams as well. But yeah, you get people like Rotashaw who really appreciated it. So yeah, it's a shame. It's all streams now, isn't it?
I know, because do you know what's actually a bit mental about that? Is I've got kind of like my own little story about that. Is that recently? So I work with now, or Calux, and our after party, and we set up a new sports brand and they like smashing it with the videos. We did Part the Bus with like some.
I've seen the videos; they're great. I'm Alex.
Yeah, exactly. And then we've got Nico and Chunks is the finale this Thursday.
Cool.
So I was obviously there. I'm there as like an editor, cameraman, everything. I do a lot of things behind the scenes. But I was on the shoot there with Harry when he went up against Gibb. And I was just right at the beginning when he came on to set. I was just there, obviously masked on by the camera, just getting ready, everything sorted. And it's the first thing, he just comes up to me and he's just like, "Oh, you made like one of my favorite videos of all time on YouTube," and that was the Ajax semi-final. And I knew that Calix told me about it before as well, saying that, oh, like Harry recognized me from that video.
That's
and
mad.
Apparently he loved the Ajax vlog, and he thought it was like he particularly mentioned my my voice breaks and screams.
Yeah,
that
video was unreal.
Scored the winner. The fact that that's got like over 1 million views is actually
that's unreal.
But no, we stand with Harry. What a guy! I would love to be able to do a video with him at some point. Hopefully, all of us really, if we can once we can get back to grounds and actually start going to games again, because that would be.
Yeah, that's so sick though. I was gonna say like that video in itself was unreal. I remember how it was popping off.
I think that was like, for me, was a grind for that one, because obviously the game happened, the best feeling ever as a Spurs fan, and then obviously you want to celebrate the actual moment and the thing happening. Obviously, but went to like the town with my family and like all the Spurs fans out there. But then I'm also sitting there thinking, I've got to get this video out as soon as possible because it's gone mental. So I actually stayed up the whole night to finish the video. Got it done at 5:30 in the morning. Uploaded it straight away as soon as it was done. Had to drive back to London an hour later. So I left and I was with my cousin. We drove back. That took us about 6 hours, I'd say. I think we got back to London at 12. I then had to get on a train at Euston to Manchester at 2 to get there in time for the FBAs that were happening in the Etihad, because that was literally like a day later. And then did the whole of that, and then stayed up the whole night with the FBAs as well. So I didn't sleep for like 48 hours after that, but it was worth it. 100% worth it.
That must have been a cracking couple of days, eh?
Mate, that was the feeling.
I miss the FBAs. Like, could you imagine if, it's great to win and all, but it's not the same. It's not the same when there's no one there.
No, I think, and it was annoying. It was going to be at the Spurs Stadium as well, and it would have had a cracking time. We would have been together. We would have gone out in London. We were just like,
would have been so good.
A laugh, man. And I think just watching it on that live stream was a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, congratulations to you, by the way, massively.
They picked Palace out of all the clubs. I'm joking, Palace fans.
Sending shade at the Palace fans. No, congratulations on the reward. But again, like obviously we were on that call together with some of the offsiders guys, just watching it. And it just obviously was not the same. What can you do? It's a tough time right now. I think I'm gonna. There's one thing I was gonna ask. I'm gonna leave until Mitchell comes in, because I know that he was gonna. I think he wanted to ask about that in particular. But is there any sort of advice or anything, just to be very generic, that you would give to anyone wanting to get into like the football or even just the YouTube scene in general?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those questions that you ask a lot of people. I think for myself, it was something that it was a passion from a very early age, because I watched YouTube growing up. I must have been watching YouTube from like, I don't know, like 11 years old. I'm now 19. I've been, maybe 10, just really, and I watched it regularly. Instead of doing homework, I'd be watching YouTube videos. And it turns out that was my homework to success on YouTube. So it's kind of a weird mentality to have. I mean, if you understand the game, which I learned before I even started a YouTube channel, I feel like if you can revert that to being a footballer, I know everyone wants to be a footballer. Realistically, you have to look at it in a realistic fashion. How many make it? How many try? Everyone, so many kids, from as soon as they think about what they want to be when they're older, so many say footballer because they kick a ball around for a bit, and you've got to be realistic. Can you make it? I looked at YouTube and I thought, well, okay, I'm gonna do it for fun to start off with, and see how it goes. And I did, and people liked it, so I kept it up going. And then it got serious, and I was like, oh my god, people like this. So it's a weird one. I mean, if I was to give some simple advice, it would be, do it because you enjoy it. Don't force it. If you force posting, you won't enjoy it. And even if the views come in and you do well, what's the point? I mean, the whole point is you enjoy it. The reason I do these streams is because me and my dad have a laugh, and you guys are there. And quite frankly, if there were no viewers there, we'd still be having a laugh watching the football. And that's the truth of it. So the fact we can make it into a stream is even better. And we always get loads of comments saying, like, we just love the banter between you and your dad. And that's the sort of stuff that really I appreciate. So do something because you enjoy it. Keep it up. Don't slack, because if you do slack, then there's probably something you don't enjoy it, and it might not be for you. So find what you want to do, find what you want to love. And it doesn't have to be YouTube. It doesn't have to be football. Look wider in the bigger scale. There's so many things out there you can do. You've just got to click and find it, and just make sure you enjoy it.
That is perfect. That is perfect advice, to be fair. And a lot of it does sound cliche, but at the end of the day, it's cliche for a reason, because it's true.
That's so true.
You've got to enjoy it, because otherwise, especially on the YouTube scene, you will go absolutely mental if you're not enjoying it and you're trying to just
so true
down without it. And I think, like you said, people just enjoy watching you and your dad, because at the end of the day, most people tend to grow up supporting the team their dad does, and you're going to watch football with them anyway. And it's kind of like, I think people love that realness of the fact that, okay, I did this with my dad, they can relate, and then now they're watching you guys doing it and having lots of fun watching every single match. It's just really enjoyable to see.